Good morning, Donny Walker here. Who else, eh? I don't know why I say that every time. You guys know who I am by now. Got my Starbucks. It's cold out this morning. I had to scrape my window. That's okay. It is in the middle of November. Winter's setting in here. So hey, yesterday I was down around the back there loading my vehicle up with some more cylinders and stuff to bring here and do. And I discovered this little saw in the back there in our junk pile, the dead pile, boneyard, whatever you want to call it. It was a Frontier Mark 1 automatic. Quarter pitch chain. It's even got the old Windsor bar on it that were made in Victoria, BC. Interesting, these saws. They made this saw in the model Husky 35. jonsered had a version of it. Pioneer did. Skill, which is S-K-I-L, not still, S-T-I-H-L. They had their name on it. Sears, I think, did Craftsman. They made them for everyone. That saw here, this one was made in 1973. They started making this, the model Mark 1. 16-to-1 mix, quarter pitch chain. Yeah, bizarre. This company, I believe what I researched a little bit on Mike Aker's site and another fellow talking about it, was originally called a company called Quadra in Vancouver, a Quadra company. And they were purchased by Skill, S-K-I-L, Skill. You guys seen Skill saws and stuff like that. I don't know if that's where that name came from. They did make Skill saws. But they were acquired by Skill. But then a bunch of the old employees from Quadra actually formed a new company called Trail Manufacturing. And that's where they moved to Trail, BC and made these saws and several other models like I just said for different manufacturers. Yeah, neat little saw. I don't know why it's down there. Maybe it's just too old. No one wanted to work on it at work, but I drug it here and put it in my collection. Maybe hanging in Johnny's game room there with our other ones that we have. Okay, so I'm back to the jonsered. I've got the carburetor off, and I'm going to do the ignition timing after I get the cylinder and stuff back on. Regular HS carburetor, no governor in it. Pretty basic, good old Tillotson's, eh? Okay. S163A501, whatever that means. That's the number on the carb. But, yep, it's all together. It looks not too bad. We'll take it apart later when we do the fuel system. I just wanted to pull this cylinder off this morning and show you guys and just see how close it was to that Italian cart engine like I was showing you yesterday. This 80cc motor here off of the Comer Italian engine made by Donny. Remember I said the intake looked real similar? So let's get this cylinder off and have a look at it. I got I cracked the screws already. And it's weird that jonsered and Husqvarna only on certain models of their saws, like 2100s, 480s, 266s, even the 394, all use a quarter inch bolts in the head. Weird. So you need a 3/16 driver to get it off. Not like every other bolt on them are all metric, 5 and 6 mil and 4 mil as well. Okay, did I get all the bolts off? Let's try that again. Missing something? Nope. Let's try that again. Always when you're filming, eh? Something goes wrong. Come on, off there. Gonna be stubborn this morning? What am I missing here? What else does it do? Okay, no other screws. Oh, is it the fact that this chain brake arm is in the way? Oh. I don't think so. It is actually. The screw for this chain brake's kind of in the way here. I don't think it's part of it. Odd. Very odd. Let's take this side here off. See what that's all about. It's not like I've had one of these apart before. If I did, it was a long time ago. Okay. I think that's all it was, maybe. Just this bracket here holding that screw or cylinder from moving. Yeah. That's all it was. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Comes right off. Look at that. Let's get you a little closer. Okay. Nice piston. Here's the intake side. Two big thick rings. Domed piston. This thing had 32 thou squish, by the way, too. I just measured it before I took it apart. It's a nice dome piston. Two thick rings. The intake side's in great shape. Exhaust side. Well, great shape. Just like brand new. Is there even a gasket under this thing? Should be. Got little hole galleries to get down into the bearings with the fuel. All right, there's our cylinder. Here's a gasket there. You can see it here. Little thin one. Let's see if I can save this gasket without breaking it. I'd like to reuse it. Obviously I don't have any. I could probably make one or find one. But let's see what we can do here. 3 screws. I already got one in the box. It's got washers on them too. 3, and there's our 4th in there. Okay. Oh, there's another little washer. Got it, all 4 there now. Okay, let's look at these 2 cylinders. Look at that. Almost identical. The transfer ports look the same. Pulse holes in the same spot that feeds out the crankcase. Combustion chamber is almost identical. Wow. Yeah, this thing's almost identical to that. If I check the port timing numbers, I bet you it's right on the money. Same thing. Bore in this thing's perfect. Obviously, this thing's in such good shape. So there you go. I was right. They kind of copied these jonsered cylinders somehow and used these for kart engines. Why not, eh? A lot of guys use chainsaw motors for kart engines. My first go-kart had a McCullough old SB 125 engine on it, but actually it wasn't our first go-kart. That was the first one I actually started driving to race. Then we went to the 91 B1 engine. But the first go-kart, we actually had one of those old Mercury Diston motors on it. Actually, I showed you that I've got a couple here that I'm going to restore. Okay, we're not going to take that gasket off. I might wreck it. I just wanted to look inside this and just verify that. So yeah, this thing's in great shape. We're going to put it back together, and then we're going to go through the fuel system and the ignition system. Yeah, interesting. I kind of always thought that cylinder looked familiar. Yeah, exhaust port's a little staggered with the bolts, but yeah, same design, man. Anyways, pretty cool. Got a guest coming over here in a little while. I'll show you, do a little video of that a little later. Did a couple yesterday that you seen at the shop on the little Echo Dog and a couple other things. Oh, that cylinder that blew in half of that 461. Unbelievable, eh? Split right in half. Never seen that before. I don't know what that would be from. You know, another thing I was thinking about, you guys remember a movie with Steve Martin, Roxanne it was called, when he had a big nose? I always thought that was filmed in Trail, BC, where these frontiers were made, but no, it was actually filmed in Nelson, BC, in the interior here. So I was wrong in that for a lot of years, but anyways, good old movie, eh? Steve Martin, you can't beat him. Anyways, keep sawing wood, sticking the ice, rubber on the road. I'm going to get porting some 500s here, 2 500s and a 372X torque, and get on with my day. Check out the WalkerSawShop.com online store. Have a great day. It's Wednesday. Sun's starting to shine. It was kind of chilly this morning, but it's supposed to be about 10 degrees here today, Celsius. Have a great day. Bye.